Ever wondered how a city built on water stands firm for over a millennium? Welcome to Venice, an architectural marvel that seems to defy the laws of nature, floating gracefully on the blue expanses of the Adriatic Sea. But how did this happen? The secret lies beneath the surface, where millions of wooden piles form the city's foundation. Picture it. Thousands of years ago, Venetian engineers drove these wooden stakes deep into the marshy ground, creating a stable base upon which to build their city. Each pile, hewn from strong alder or oak, was driven down through layers of sand and clay until they hit the solid Caranto layer beneath. The genius of this construction method is not just in its stability, but also in its unexpected durability. Under normal circumstances, wood and water are sworn enemies, with the latter leading to the decay of the former. However, here in the lagoon, an interesting phenomenon occurs. The water of the Venetian lagoon is notably low in oxygen, a condition known as anoxia. This lack of oxygen prevents the usual decay and rot that would occur, and instead, over centuries, these wooden piles have petrified, turning to a stone-like state that is even more resilient. But it wasn't just about building a city on water. The Venetians had to contend with the rising and falling tides, the corrosive salt water, and the soft, shifting silt beneath. They developed ingenious solutions like Istrian stone foundations to resist the corrosive salt water, and brick and marble structures that were both light and resistant to the sea air. The result? A city that seems to float on water, a city that has withstood the test of time, a city that continues to captivate the world with its unique charm and beauty. It's a city that faces ongoing challenges, from rising sea levels to the wear and tear of millions of tourists each year. But in the face of adversity, Venice stands as a testament to human ingenuity. But how did this audacious project come to be? Well, let's set sail on a journey back in time to unravel the origins of Venice. The genesis of this floating city can be traced back to the fall of the Roman Empire. In the 5th century, as waves of barbarian invasion swept across the mainland, people sought refuge on the marshy islands of the Venetian lagoon. Here, amidst the labyrinth of waterways and reeds, they found sanctuary. In this unlikely refuge, the foundations of Venice were laid. The initial inhabitants, composed mainly of fishermen and salt workers, built their homes on wooden platforms, supported by wooden piles driven deep into the marshy ground. Over time, these humble dwellings expanded, eventually evolving into a network of interconnected villages. As the centuries rolled on, these villages grew in size and influence. By the 8th century, the once scattered settlements had consolidated into a single entity governed by a doge, an elected leader. This marked the birth of the Republic of Venice. So, when did Venice reach its zenith, you might ask? Well, the answer takes us back to the Middle Ages and the Renaissance, a period often referred to as the Golden Age of Venice. This epoch saw Venice transform into a bustling hub of trade and artistry, a beacon of wealth and power that attracted individuals from all walks of life. Venice's advantageous location at the crossroads of trade routes between the East and West played an instrumental role in its rise to prominence. Its thriving economy was built largely on trade, with the city becoming a pivotal point for the movement of silk, grains, spices, and other valuable goods. This wealth was not just used to line the pockets of merchants and nobles, but was invested back into the city, leading to the creation of architectural masterpieces that still stand today. One such marvel is the Grand Canal, the city's main waterway. Picture a serpentine river lined with more than 200 palaces and mansions, their facades a breathtaking display of Gothic, Renaissance, and Baroque architectural styles. The Grand Canal wasn't just a practical solution for transportation, but a symbol of the city's prosperity. Next, we have two iconic buildings that have become synonymous with Venice, the Doge's Palace and St. Mark's Basilica. The Doge's Palace, a stunning example of Venetian Gothic architecture, served as the residence of the Doge, the supreme authority of the former Venetian Republic. St. Mark's Basilica, on the other hand, is a symbol of Venice's religious and political might, a grand structure adorned with golden mosaics that tell the tale of Venice's past. During this golden age, Venice was also a center for the arts. Renowned artists such as Titian and Tintoretto called Venice home, their works adding another layer of richness to the city's cultural tapestry. In its prime, Venice was a dazzling spectacle of wealth, power, and artistry. This city, with its maze of canals and stunning architecture, was a testament to the ingenuity and ambition of its inhabitants. It's a legacy that continues to captivate us even today. But what happens when a city of such grandeur falls from its pedestal? History has shown that empires rise and fall, and Venice was no exception. The city's decline began in the late 15th century when other European powers started to emerge from the shadows. The ascendants of Portugal, Spain, and England, with their powerful navies and explorers, began to overshadow the once dominant maritime republic. This decline was further accelerated by the discovery of new trade routes. The allure of the East, with its silks and spices, had been the lifeblood of Venice's economy. But the opening of sea routes around Africa to Asia, and the discovery of the New World by Columbus in 1492, challenged Venice's monopoly on trade with the East. The city's decline was not just economic. The Black Death swept through Venice several times, decimating its population. The city's population, which had once numbered over 150,000, dwindled to less than 60,000 by the late 17th century. But Venice, like a phoenix, has risen from the ashes of its decline. The city transformed itself into a major tourist destination, attracting millions of visitors each year with its unique charm. Its narrow, winding canals, its ornate palaces, and its picturesque squares have become iconic symbols of the city. The Venice Carnival, with its elaborate masks and costumes, draws crowds from around the world. The city's cultural heritage has also played a part in its revival. The Biennale, an international art exhibition held every 2 years, has helped to cement Venice's place on the global art scene. The city's museums and art galleries, filled with masterpieces from the Renaissance, offer a glimpse into Venice's illustrious past. And so, Venice continues to enchant and captivate. Its labyrinthine canals, its grand palaces, and its vibrant culture keep drawing people back time and time again. The city's resilience, its ability to reinvent itself, is testament to its enduring appeal. Even in decline, Venice has found a way to captivate the world. What does the future hold for this aquatic marvel? As we journey into the present day, Venice faces a myriad of challenges that threaten its unique charm and existence. No other city in the world has had to grapple with the complications of being a floating city quite like Venice has. One of the most pressing issues is the city's sinking foundations. Venice is built on more than 100 small islands in a lagoon, with foundations made of wooden piles driven into layers of clay and silt. Over time, these foundations have begun to sink under the weight of the city and the rising sea levels. Another significant challenge is over-tourism. Each year, millions of tourists flock to this floating city, outnumbering the locals and putting immense pressure on the city's infrastructure. This influx of visitors is both a blessing and a curse. It fuels the economy but also threatens the city's delicate balance. Yet, in the face of these challenges, Venice remains resilient. The city is fighting back with innovative solutions. For instance, the MOSE project, a system of mobile barriers, is being developed to protect the city from flooding. Likewise, measures are being taken to regulate tourism and preserve the city's unique heritage. Venice's resilience is a testament to its citizens' love for their city. Despite the struggles, the Venetians continue to live, work, and celebrate life in their unique city. The age-old traditions continue, from the gondoliers navigating the intricate network of canals to the artisans creating exquisite Murano glass. Venice is not just a city, it's a living, breathing testament to human ingenuity and endurance. It's a place where the past meets the present, where challenges are met with resilience, and where every corner tells a story. Despite the uncertainties, Venice remains a city of dreams, a city that captures the heart and stirs the soul. In the face of an uncertain future, Venice continues to enchant, inspire, and endure.